Now the next clue about the Inca's rock building is that most of the rocks, either, I call them divots, but in the bottom they had 2 or 3 of these divots in the rock. They were either internal, cut out of the rock, or they were external as knobs. What they were there for is to tip the rock up. They would use wood to tip the rock up, and they would shovel in the diorite sand. How much they used, who knows. Then what they would do is, after the first cut right here, they would go along, they would lift the stone up, they would pull the wedges out, shovel in more diorite sand, or rock sand, whatever you want to call it, and then they would let the stone fall on it. And there would be a gap down here because the stone is resting on sand. It's resting on matter. They'd cut down this way the same way I showed you before. Then they would cut this way, same way I showed you before. Now after, it must have been a lengthy process. They would take a little bit off here, a little bit off of this stone, and a little bit off the stone underneath it. Right here. That is why you always see the Inca wall stones that are, they look like they're melted into the bottom stones. And there's also marks on the stone that show that they're rounded for some reason. That's caused by a rope. Now what they had on the rope, I don't know. They would come down, go across, and keep doing this, and this stone would eventually cut into the adjacent stone and the lower stone. Then what they would do is keep on going to the right, one layer at a time. Bottom layer, damn it, shit. Sorry. I just dropped an expensive laser and I hope it still works. Sorry about cussing. I don't mean to cuss, but that damn thing costs a lot of money. Let's see if it still works. Oh, it still works. Great. Still works. Let's see if you can see it right here. Now the reason I use this theory is because this is all the Incas had. They didn't have anything else. And when all other things that are implausible are excluded, then you have the truth. Now let's look at something else. We'll talk about thermal aggression.